We are now talking to Richmond quarterback recruit Kyle Wickersham. What's going on, Kyle?
Nothing much. Appreciate y'all having me on y'all show.
Absolutely, man. Are you a Bo Smith fan?
I wasn't, but now I am after hearing his interview. It's going to be hard to follow up after him.
Oh, come on, Kyle, man. We're going to have some fun with you too, man. I know we're not a superstar person like Bo, but we'll slowly but shimmy you into the NFL, and you'll become a superstar. Next guy like Tom Brady. We'll call you Tom Brady Jr.
I like it.
We'll call you Tom Brady Jr. Even though I do not believe Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, just watch Tuesday's show. You'll hear him argue about that.
As you guys know, we are talking to Richmond quarterback recruit Kyle Wickersham. Now, Kyle, being recruited from Richmond, how were you recruited? When they came to you and sat with you in your living room with your parents, what was the thing that really drew you to Richmond out of all the other schools that were trying to recruit you?
Oh, one thing for sure was that they were a southern school, and that was very important to me, was to stay in the South. You go up too far, people are a lot different than they are down in the South. So that was like one thing that really stood out to me, is like how family oriented they were, and just the way they would like write letters to me almost every single day. Like every single time I go into my mailbox, they got 10 new letters from the Richmond coaches. So just kind of like them showing that kind of love to me and all that really showed that they really wanted me.
We were actually in Richmond December 2018. We took a trip to Virginia to do some
Before you say that, I will say this. We were in Richmond, and we were trying to find a place to eat, okay? And for some reason, this guy who claims he was living on the streets, he was dressed like he was a normal person.
Right.
He was dressed like a normal person. He was asking us for $5, $10. I'm like, dude, you got a nicer shirt and a nicer set of pants than I do. How the hell do you need money from me? And he's like, well, I was like, listen, I'm going to give you $5. Just don't go buy booze with it, okay? And he started laughing. So
yeah, between that and that, what was that underground club we were at? That was
my God.
Those were a very weird experience we had.
Weird experience. I thought I was in like a flatlining movie or something like that.
Yeah, so we were actually there, and we actually were pretty much right near your campus we could see the football stadium on the way up there.
Yep, beautiful.
It was very nice. So what do you look forward to most in terms of embracing the culture of Richmond, both with the school and with the city, because it is a pretty big city, and the culture of Virginia as a whole? You were mentioning it has some southern roots to it as well. So what are you most looking forward to with all that?
I'm looking forward to just kind of making a new home up there and just venturing out of Louisiana. Louisiana's very, they got their own kind of culture down here. So going up to Richmond will really give me a good feel on, what the rest of the country's like and what the rest of the South is like. And I'm just ready to become a Spider and be a part of that family and, get back to Richmond for what they've been giving me for the past couple of years.
Well, I know a lot of people that have arachnophobia, so with the name Spider, I don't know. But I'll tell you this. Virginia is a very interesting state because it's so big. It's a lot bigger than people expect it to be. Everybody thinks of Virginia as just the city of Richmond, but there's so much forest. There's so much. I know so many people that have so many acres over there. They go hunting over there. It's a very interesting state. So, being that you're from Louisiana, and I've been to Mardi Gras, and I know all about partying over there. I know the different takes of Louisiana. What do you see it to be different going from Louisiana to Richmond, Virginia?
Well, where I'm from in Louisiana, I'm right next to New Orleans, so it's very city. You got a lot of modern things. And when I went to Richmond, it's still a big city and all, but it feels more like a family-oriented place, and it also feels like more country. Like I feel like when I was walking around the campus at Richmond, that at any moment I could take out my gun and start hunting. We saw a deer. We saw a deer on the campus as we were walking, so that was just really cool to kind of see like a place that has such a big city to kind of still have like a nature feel to it too.
Well, you got to come to Long Island, because if you want to see deers and bucks running around in your backyard, come to Long Island. It's not. I don't know about pulling out a gun and trying to shoot it. But
at this rate, one's going to jump in the pool.
Well, yesterday You know, it's funny that you say that. Yesterday, I'm actually a volunteer firefighter, and I'm over there at this place called McCuskey, and we do like fire drills over there. We go into burning buildings and we put them out. And we saw 2 bucks outside hanging out and it was getting dark out, and we saw everybody thought it was birds flying over our head. They were bats. They were bats. What kind of bird would be flying over your head in the dark? Okay, those are bats, and they were like, "There's no way they're bats." I'm like, dude, then you hear them making these stupid sounds. I'm like, I told you they were bats. So I'm telling you right now, here in Long Island, as much as you look at Virginia, being that you can go hunting over here, there's so much woods over here. There's so much. It's definitely a place for you definitely to check out. If you like to hunt and you like to see like different animals roaming around, like foxes and possums and raccoons, this is the place to be, my friend. So
I'm gonna have to come visit it then.
Oh, you could come and visit whenever you want. We'll show you the nice wineries out here. We're very well known for the wineries out here. The only problem we're not known for out here is if you don't have a car, good luck. You're not gonna get many places without a car. That's for sure over here in Long Island.
So you were mentioning you're from Louisiana, and my best friend in college actually is going to grad school over there at Louisiana Lafayette, and he tells me how unique the culture is as a whole, both with the football culture and just with the culture as a whole there. So go through that. Like, what was it like with the football culture, whether it's college football or the Saints? It was a huge following, huge fan base for them, and also just everything unique about the state of Louisiana. A lot of interesting things there.
Oh, yes, sir. Friday for the games, our stadiums will be packed to the brim. We actually played the number 1 game in the country, voted on Max Preps. We were ranked the number 11th team in the nation. The team we were playing against was ranked the number 5 team in the nation. They had fireworks going everywhere when we scored touchdowns. People standing on the sidelines. We had, people like Jamar Chase, Christian Fulton, Coach O. They were all there, all watching the game. So that just kind of shows the importance of it. And then the next day, me and my teammates will go watch an LSU football game. We'll tailgate up there. And, some of us were fortunate enough to actually be going on a visit to LSU. So we would get to go on the sidelines for the games, talk to Coach O, and do that kind of stuff. And then Sunday mornings, we wake up and go to the Saints game. So, when it's football season over here, you're watching football every single day of the weekend.
We are talking to Richmond quarterback recruit Kyle Wickersham. That's an awesome name, by the way, Wickersham. Oh, we're doing the Wickersham dance. We'll do the Wickersham dance. Are you a dancer, Kyle? Are you a dancer?
Yeah, I'll dance if I have to, but people make fun of me. But I just
That's
don't
good.
care.
That's good because we're doing a TikTok competition with recruits, and we have some quarterbacks that are going to do it. So we might get you involved with it.
Have you and Chance McDonald? Is that the matchup?
Yeah, Chance. We can get Chance.
Yes.
Yeah, Chance would be good.
Sounds good.
I listen. We like to have fun on this show, man. We like to have fun with the recruits. We like we interview professional athletes. We interview college athletes, professional coaches, college coaches. It doesn't matter who we interview. We like to have fun with you guys. So to me, when I look at the quarterback position, it's not only the leadership position; it's the most important position on the field. So why don't you tell some of the fans when you go into a game and really going to practices and working on certain plays, what do you put into it before you go into a game?
Oh, wow. Well, during the school week, I'll go into school at like 6 a.m. and me and my quarterback coach and the offense coordinator will sit down and watch film all the way up until 8 o'clock when the bell rings. Just knowing what the tendencies are of a defense, what coverage they're going to be going into on certain downs and distances. You have a lot of studying actually as a quarterback. I'd say 50% of it's mental, and then 50% is actually just making the throw. And then going out there and practicing with your wide receivers and just getting the routes down. This whole entire quarantine, I wake up at 7 a.m. We go throw at the field for 8, just trying to get the routes down, the timing down, because it's really important to have timing. Because if you don't have timing, then you might be throwing the ball before the guy even breaks to the spot where he should be, but he's not there yet because you haven't worked on it. So, game time's really almost just a walkthrough. It's everything you practiced, and you can't really change anything once you get into the game. If you're not prepared, it will show.
So you're entering a conference in the AAC, which has been pretty good for football lately. We saw UCF go undefeated in back-to-back years. We saw Memphis play very well this year, Houston, teams like that. So you're entering that conference now. So do you think that level of play that you're going to be playing against and even playing with on your Richmond team is going to be very similar to a lot of Power 5 conferences, because they've been just as good as a lot of Power 5 conferences in recent years?
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely. I think people get it wrong when you say you're going to maybe like a smaller school because they don't have as many people that go there. But there's so many athletes, especially in where we're from, the South, and even the whole United States, where there's guys that are just being overlooked by these Power Five schools. Maybe they didn't start till their junior year. Maybe they didn't even start playing football till their senior year. And there's a lot of kids that are sleepers. I can't tell you how many times Power Five schools have talked to me and told me, "Hey, we really like your tape, but we already have 5 offers out to guys that they might have offered in 8th grade year." So, a lot of these kids are good enough to play there and become stars at Power 5 schools, but they played the game wrong. Some of these kids have been going to camps since they're 8 years old. I personally didn't start going to camps till last year. So a lot of the Power 5 and recruiting stuff that happens is actually about playing the game right. If you go to the camps early, you get in front of the 247 riders and the rivals riders, then those are the guys that go to the Power 5 schools.